Hello everybody, this is Gabus Games, and welcome back to another episode of Crossout 101. And today we're gonna cover undercapping again, and frame placements mainly. And I'm gonna do it for like cabins specifically, and I'm gonna separate this into three episodes: one for light, one for medium, one for heavy, because by now we got so many cabins that I cannot really do it all in one episode. And today we're gonna cover just light cabins. And I'm just gonna do a starter frame like in the back here, where I can actually put on the cabin so it can show you the dimension and all that stuff. And we're gonna start out with the Duster. So the Duster is a 6x4 cabin, light cabin, at common rarity. It's from the uh, pack that was rewarded by the closed beta player to the closed beta players, and it has a full 6x6 under frame grid, which is a really cool amount of connection points, because by the way, I'm gonna show like two possibilities for each cabin, because this basically just allows it for just this, and it allows for a 4x4 undercap space, and just like put wheels, like normal medium steering wheels in the front and in the back like this, for a very light and nimble and really power score friendly way of getting a 9 energy setup. And with gas generator underneath here, it becomes 12 energy, and then you can throw on quite a lot of weapons. An alternative version would be when you mount them like this, and I will probably put a 4 frame right here and connect it up right here. Then I would have a 8 long. Although preferably you would probably use 6 and then cover this up with probably like a radio or something. And this will be like a slightly heavier setup, or you can actually like use something like a 4 wide frame in the front. Then you would probably want to put the cabin one backwards. Again, like pretty good undercap space, and now you can put 3 wheels on, or do whatever you want really. You can also just like, if you do not really want to undercap, you can just like keep it at 4 wide overall. Although I do advise getting 6 wide, or at least like 2 of the wheels, so you do not flip over that easily. Next up is the Growl cabin. Growl cabin is the 8x4. Note that I think all of these are actually 4 high for the light cabins, but it doesn't have a full grid. There's a 4x4 grid with a 3x2 grid in the back, so it does not have the front row, and it lacks 3 blocks on the rear edge right here in the corners. So that means you cannot like optimally put frames in front, which is kind of a bummer. So even though you can like connect it up this way and do it a similar way as a Duster, so there we go. I would not really advise that. I would say go for 6 2 wide frames, and either put the cabin right here, or if you would add a total of 16, so 4 long frames, then I will put it right here to connect up to 2 of each frames from each side. This is a really big like mount for undercap, but you can also of course go for this setup and put like this. So next up would be the Cerberus. Cerberus, it's kind of an awkward cabin because it has this little notch right here that prevents it from being mounted further backwards. But even though it is possible to like build around this, like why would you take this cabin and build around the melee weapon? So this cabin is pretty much always at the front of your vehicle, and it's kinda painful, truly, to build with. But it is a 2, 4, 6, a total 8 long cabin, not considering this front. So that would make it a 12 long cabin. So that's a really long cabin. But as 8 by actually 7x4 and then a 2x1 section in the back. So it lacks the 2 corners. That really doesn't matter. And I'm gonna put it to the side here for a moment. And for this cabin, you really just want to go simple and take a setup like this. I have a little bit of, you have just a little bit of space back, like in the back. And otherwise, what you could do is, let's say you would have it like this, and go for a 8 wide section right here. Would make it a little bit more stable, and it would allow you to put wheels up to here, and it makes it like slightly less front heavy, which actually does help. And note that all these cabins don't really have anything specific for undercabbing. Like for example, the Huntsman have these wheel hubs and stuff like that. None of these cabins have anything like that, so I can really just skip on that. So here we got the Werewolf, a 10 by 4 by 4, and it has a full undercap mount, which is I really love when they have full plates undercap, so because you can do a lot of stuff with that. So again, like the more simple version would be just putting it like this, and then probably either a 2x4 or a 4x4 in the front. But you could also, like, if with this gun, like, because of how huge it is, really, you can also do something like this. It's up to you to decide where you want the 2x4 frames that interconnect. And you can, of course, still do something like this to connect them up in the front or the back. But it's a pretty, like, big cabin where you can easily undercap a lot of stuff with. And that's really it, guys. Like, this is a shorter video, but especially the medium one with that's having from Gorilla all the way to the actually to the WWT1 and Jobber. Actually, it goes longer. Like, goes from Gorilla all the way to that Step of Spider. So that's gonna be a big one. So yeah, hope you guys found this informative. You got a lot of space under these cabins, especially like the light cabins, easily undercapable. And yeah, catch you guys all later. Bye, guys.